The first Instascaping block was used at Albustan nurseries in Al Kharj, Saudi Arabia. It was used specifically on the production of chrysanthemums. The plants rooted and grew without any difficulties whatsoever. It was significantly easier than growing in the standard medium of peat. Multiple blocks are used for the growth of the different plants. These larger blocks, like a bar of chocolate, can be broken off one piece at a time. These individual pieces can be placed directly into the garden, or they can be used in potted plants such as this one. The foam is formed in large cubic meter containers. These containers are then cut down mechanically into smaller usable parts. Depending on the customer, each foam block can be cut into a specific shape or size and can mimic the plug sheets that are used in seeding machines. Seeds can be dropped into each cavity, very similar to a plug sheet. The seeds continue to grow in a moist environment without ever being overwatered. The foam is conducive for many different types of plants. Here you see a wide variety produced for landscapes in Saudi Arabia. Succulents and cactuses also grow very well. These are Epomia cuttings. Each cavity receives one stem. Here you can see the root development. The roots can go through the foam very easily. Once they've developed, the roots come out the bottom and continue through the soil. In the large trays, these are very easy to manage and can be delivered anywhere in the country. Mostly they're delivered in polystyrene boxes that can stack vertically. We have cultivated in the foam many different types of plants and different varieties. Larger, more woody stems, such as these chlorhodendron, can be made into cuttings and taken directly to the landscapes. The foam can also be used to make bare-rooted cuttings such as these. To make thicker vegetation, 3 cuttings can be planted into one cavity. One of the options in using these foam panels is that they can be stacked vertically, creating an instant living wall, easy to maintain and easy to replace. This is a low-cost, low-maintenance solution that can beautify any area. Once the vertical walls are finished, they are colorful and look very professional. The seeding trays that you see here are very good for the landscapes. They can be broken up into smaller pieces, or they can be planted directly into the landscape as a whole. As you see here, the entire landscape has been planted with alyssum using the panels. While Saudi Arabia is the perfect climate for all types of succulents, you hardly ever see them in the landscape because they die from overwatering. Whether making cuttings or larger presentations such as these Portulacara afra, the foam is the perfect solution. Plantations require water once every week and maybe even every 2 weeks. This is a standard planter that you see all over the Gulf. What we did here was we removed all the soil. We placed a simple plastic sheet underneath to retain the water. Above the sheet we put some stones for drainage. A thin layer of sand was placed above the stones, and then the panels were placed directly onto the sand. This entire area took less than 60 seconds to install. The plants will continue to grow even though they are in full sun, with one watering every week. Here you see exactly why it's called Instascaping. The technique you see demonstrated here is to put a sheet of plastic underneath to hold the water in place. Then the panels are cut into strips. The strips are then placed directly onto the soil. Watering this area once a week is quite sufficient to keep the plants alive, even in midsummer in Saudi Arabia. This is a massive savings of water. The landscape is given to us and we survey it. We then tell the customer exactly how many panels they require and they are installed. Very simple, very quick and very cost effective. When the plant material has finished its season and they're looking a bit scraggly, the panels can be removed and replaced immediately. This material allows instant upgrades anywhere in the landscape to keep your landscapes looking professional, cost effective and full of color.